I thought I was oh shit,
Hello and welcome everyone to the 60th episode of Sunken City, our D&D 5e campaign. Today's recap will be first guessed by Jens and then actually done by Java.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. The last thing I remember was that we were preparing for the war, so I assume we are doing war. As far as I think I've heard in some of the images I've seen floated around, we are already in the castle, and something with the was it a Cox again? I think it was Cox again, yeah. And oh yeah, Gaslight Gatekeep Gaslight Grim Jester. I do not like the sound of that. I think I saw something before we started, something about spying on the prince. Assume we're just spying on me currently. Yeah.
Great guesses. Not quite accurate.
Oh.
Yes. So yes, where we left off, we had met up with our allies at the edge of the desert. We discussed our plans and concluded that we need more information. Well, I concluded and then convinced everyone to do that. So we got some of our friendly elves, and also we decided, yeah, we have just a makeshift base at the edge of the desert, but that's probably a better idea is to have move everyone to the Wanty city, that an actual city that we have control. It's probably a better place to maintain an army. So everyone is packed up their shit and went and began travel. But we split off to head to the capital of the enemy because, as far as we know, we well the plan was, if worst case, we get the fuck out of there. But we should be welcome if assuming they don't consider us like criminals for defending their wanted city against them. But anyways, we went there, and yeah, we could just get in and peacefully. The city, right? Yeah, I wrote a, actually wrote. There was a lot of information we procured, which I actually had to write down because there was a lot. Yes, so the city has high stone walls. Uh, you know, frontal assault's gonna be difficult, especially if we're outnumbered. Outside there are armored ghouls, just a bunch of ghouls just loitering around doing a lot of fuck all. I'm not gonna go over everything we discovered in this recap, but we'll discuss that later. A lot of things were learned, potential avenues to exploit. There's a long conversation talking to some random ghoul about just the city as a whole, various situations. There's a pay dispute with the prince, and they're part of a mercenary group that had been hired by the prince. Yeah, we can discuss that when we plan later. And after that, the party, we just decided, well, yeah, we had agreed to meet back up at the Haunted City a week hence. So we had some time. We decided to just fuck around for a while. Oh wait, what the fuck was his fucking name? Me and Grom went to a mythological almost bar that was said to serve some exotic drinks of all manner of kinds. Of course, we went in. There inside was some weird kind of person. They were some kind of animal, like chimera. All it was very weird. Nothing we'd no kind of creature we'd seen before that was singing horribly. just constantly as well. After talking to the barkeep, it turns out that that creature singing was the owner of the establishment, and we had a number of drinks with some interesting effects, and just had a good time. Whereas Boblin, babysat by Howard, visited a pet store where they, well, the owner. Well, we're not sure what the intent was, but they wanted to show there are more exotic creatures in the pets, so with some interesting effects, wanting to. Well, yeah, I guess they were just very cheerful and autistic about their collection. I'm not sure that's the right term, but that's what we do, and that's where we left off. We were in the city, ready to continue investigation. But yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, official end of the recap. But there's a lot of things we found out. That's quite useful information. Uh, for instance, economically, they seem to be not be doing super hot because, well, the Quanti city was like, is that like their only like harbor city they had nearby
Yeah.
or something, or basically, and since we've taken control of that, that's a major source of trade cut off. Additionally, where our allies had been set it up at the edge of the desert meant that traders couldn't really get to the desert city, not too far away. So that was another source of trade effectively cut off. They still technically are managing to like survive and all that, but yeah, trade has been cut off from them. It seems. But beyond that, there's two main points. The ghouls I mentioned earlier. Yes, they were part of. As I mentioned, they were a mercenary group that had been hired by the prince to help in the assault of the city we'd protected. And because we did, afterwards, they felt that the expectations they had of the level of resistance they were expecting was false. And therefore, after the fact, and also they took heavy losses. So they expect the prince to pay them more as compensation, both for not giving accurate information about the resistance, but also for the losses they occurred. But in the prince, not really willing to do that, so they're at an impasse where the rules are just loitering around the capital. And also, we've heard that their leader is on his way to negotiate with the prince sometime soon. Yeah, so that's an important thing. The ghouls that they have or hired swords that are not exactly happy with them at this point. And well, they're not like most of their fighting force or anything, but they're a considerable part of it. Which, with some coin, we could potentially, hire them. Uh,
Hmm.
Not sure how much that would be, but still, that's relevant piece of information. And then there was another thing. The castle, on the outside of the castle, has two different layers of walls, extra protection. And between those walls, there's a tower with the old mage, like the court mage. I don't remember what his title was, but he was like the big honcho mage of the city from before the prince turned everything to shit, and that's when he got the halberd. And he has not been happy with what the prince has been doing, and the prince has not been happy that he's not helping him with what he's doing. So the prince is trying to starve him out by keeping him cooped up in there, probably some kind of magical barrier of some kind to prevent him leaving, as well as an abomination at the first floor. so that to keep the mage inside. He should be a powerful ally that we can probably convince to help us, should we be able to reach him. Yeah, and those are the main important bits. There are a lot of miscellaneous things as well, but yeah, and there's still more to investigate. I think they haven't really found out if the prince like ever goes anywhere, for instance. But yeah,
Yeah.
Do we learn anything about the resurrected king?
no, I didn't ask much about that, but that can
'Cause,
be
yeah, he's
arranged.
as far as I understand, like yeah, the prince is still a prince because he just resurrected the king.
Yeah, yeah, but well, yeah, everyone's just talking. Well, the prince is the one who's really in control, right?
Mm.
It's what it seems like. Yeah, just everyone thinks that way. Which you know, it makes sense.
And also like there's probably be like the strongest foe besides the prince would probably be the king.
Yeah, yeah, but do we know like is the king like on the prince's like side? Like if he had a choice in the matter?
The only thing we know of it was when the tax collectors came after me, or
Oh,
police,
yeah.
same thing, and they said like, oh yeah, the king is undead.
Yeah. Well, that's something we can investigate. Also, we actually one other thing. It's less important, but worth mentioning. The bar we visited, uh, they have a very special drink. I don't remember what it was called, but it's said to be so strong that it can return you from undeath.
Yeah. For continuity's sake, it's called corpse juice, although it was just me fucking up and it was actually supposed to be zombie juice, but it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, rotten flesh juice. But yeah, which when we talked to them, they seem to imply that it really does work. It costs 2,000 gold, granted, but yeah, assuming if that is that's a very potent thing. Just not something we probably I don't see a real way to like make use of that at this point, like in our war, but it's an interesting thing to know of.
Well,
Potentially
like,
for our lost monk friend.
oh yeah, I was supposed to think the king, but yeah, and undead Nick might also be an actual challenge as well.
Yeah. But yeah. Uh yeah, I think yeah, I think we well yeah, we just like spent the night or well we ended at like the evening, I believe. We just
So are we
been fucking
resting
around.
first, or
Well, well, yeah, there is like a fee for like entering the city per person. But I'm sure they, yeah, we could just probably like find like an inn or something.
yeah, wasn't the fee like 5 silver or something like that?
Yeah.
2 silver per person.
Oh, two
Yeah, 2
silver.
silver.
Oh, damn! I don't think we can pay that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think my thousands of gold will be able to pay that off. Wait, do I have thousands of gold? No, I've got front. I only have 400 gold. Jesus. Yeah, no, this is too expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, but
we
it's
actually paid less money after the Grimjays stole 3,000 gold from me, and I bought all those magic items. So I won't have like over 1,000 on hand, and barrel holding holds like several times more. We still like on the low end, yeah.
We wealthy.
I
but
mean, we
but,
have
yeah, like but yeah, obviously, I was more thinking that we don't if we just leave the city, which we could, but like where we don't really have anywhere to sleep because well, canonically the ship was with the army because rolling up to the capital with our ship on land felt suspicious and also could help transport goods.
Yeah, I think otherwise the most thing I've been using for resting has been the oh I forgot the spell name. I keep calling it my black ball.
Leonid's tiny hut. No.
Yeah, yeah, tiny hut. Yeah. So that works. I assume, yeah, we've just been having it that the IS Peril has just been going along with it.
Cannot last time we said that, yeah, well, you were with everyone on the ship, everyone else, but I think Cannot maybe you were just too stingy to pay the entry fee.
Which is just insane.
Yeah, just too silver refusing to budge or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just well, man,
Yeah,
I
because
have
you
to
can.
find. I'll just get into the city myself. I have invisibility. I have disguise self. I have teleportation.
They're
Yeah, I
gonna
don't.
bring
To be fair, like I get that we're going to even if we have like a long rest before we even do anything, I don't think 2 silver pieces is worth an invisibility cast.
Well, if
So
you
it
think
would.
about it, 2 silver, you're not getting the silver back, but the spell slot you are.
I know,
Right.
but it's like
Yeah,
literally just like
it's
the
free,
effort is
and
not
I
worth
all
2 silver.
and I already paid them back 100,000 silver when they took 3,000 gold from me.
I feel like this party is going to be the reason they create medieval TSA.
Well,
Invisibility detectors.
yeah. Well,
Okay, so we have a. Okay, maybe we should start getting into character actually.
yeah.
What? No.
I didn't think this was a
Getting-
role-playing game. I thought this was a
Yeah,
real-time
getting in
strategy.
character in
Yeah.
D&D. Oh my god, who would ever do such a thing?
I just want to do power gaming, eh? So,
But yeah, I guess at some point we meet back up, probably in the center of the like square or something.
yeah, I remember so we are not in the Yonsian village right now. We are in some other village.
We're in the capital of the kingdom.
Oh, capital. Okay, I thought we left there. Okay, main square.
Just in town.
Main
Also,
square,
just-
just
I-
chilling.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably most of the time Peril's gonna be using disguise self since he's technically a criminal, even though he doesn't agree with it. He is a criminal.
I mean,
The
you
police-
paid your dues back.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but what if they don't follow that type of justice? It's like, yeah, I'm now a felon.
I mean, you are also like a really unique designed creature. That feels weird saying that, but
That sounds exactly what Moblin might say.
Like father,
you
like son.
you are
Well,
very
you stand out.
unique, and that means that you have a lot of identifying features. If you do something, they will be able to like tally mark he has X feature, be on the lookout for that later on, and then just like send it out.
Yeah, the rest of the party can have excuses for oh, hired for a job to do this, don't care. But I was at the forefront. The company is I am described by the company, which means it's oh yeah, the guy that funded a goddamn failed war attempt. I failed siege.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna give you much good karma in this city.
No. So I'll definitely be disguised.
Oh, I already had. Okay, I was gonna fucking whine about a long rest so I could get the spell magic prepared, but I already have it. Hell yeah, let's go.
But yeah, I guess.
Okay, was our current we have currently no plan, or was our current plan to go?
Well, we'll get information about the prince or just anything that might be useful before then meeting back up with our allies later.
Doesn't the plan sound interesting to look into how much are the mercenaries getting paid and more, and maybe looking into already doing some of the wizards, or should we do that in the middle of the war?
Yeah, but I was thinking we haven't attempted to make contact with the mage, because well, if if we get caught, then we'll have to leave the city, right? Probably. So we decided, well, yeah, we'll just wait. Either we do it like towards the end of our visit here, or we do it when we, for the time. But I think it might be. We should probably try to see if we can get in contact with him before we attack. Just so that we don't have to explain everything on the fly, right?
Right.
And because we don't know for sure if he'll help us, or what he can even do if he does.
Yeah.
But he should. Well, I don't know how powerful, but he's a notable mage, so that has to count for something.
That would be interesting to get in it anyway, because they, it can just be maybe like even just his tower itself can have things of interest for us.
Yeah.
Since I am a wizard connoisseur of the flashy arts.
The fleshy arts. What the fuck? And since when are you a fan of the fleshy arts? What even are those?
I don't know, fireball.
Oh! I thought flesh written with an E!
No, A. But the flesh is also written with an A, just like only A.
Oh, okay, that makes way more sense than written with an E, okay.
I mean, technically, maybe Peril would also be interested in the fleshy arts, or the flesh.
Well, you're not. You're not an expert in that at the moment.
True, Peril has not gotten action in a while.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I was thinking more about biomancy than whatever you were talking about.
Yeah, just like violence.
Now, I am technically an enchanter.
Yeah.
I know how to use charm.
Yeah, but is that a fleshy art?
Well, they say it like like a connoisseur of the flesh.
Oh, that kind of flesh. Okay.
Mm.
Let's get in character.
Again?
This is very much still in character.
Well,
Right, so we need to get a
but
plan to
yes,
access better information.
well, yeah, let's. Well, yeah, if you have like the hut, then we could, or I don't know. I guess we could leave, or we could just find an inn.
Yeah, and then it's fine. I can assume since Para wasn't with you guys, I would have been probably trying to do information of my own.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we're pretty free to just go around and talk to whoever is on the streets, right? Yes, let's find an inn. We'll rest up, and then next morning we will plan and execute our next things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, we're probably not. Well, yeah, we just. We just do like we just do like a cheap tavern inn, right? Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, fuck. I have to go for cheap tavern. I can't go to the expensive one because I'll look rich.
They'll see you eating cheddar.
Ah, yes.
Well, yeah. Everyone knows that any all rich capitalists act poor
True,
And
in
eat
actually.
terms of
cheddar.
their. Yeah.
Breaded cheddar.
Until it comes to their property, in which case they will get multiple different fucking self-protection drones.
Yeah.
Business.
Beansness. So you're going to stay in a cheap inn.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Yeah, I don't think I've got any problem with that.
I don't think Boblin has a sense or desire for expensive inns.
Maybe I can find a nicer rock I can meld into.
I'm
Maybe a
sneezing.
big piece of corn if I'm lucky.
Sorry, I'm quiet
Big
right
big
now. I'm sneezing so much. I'm almost thinking of starting a tally.
Jesus. Jan, get ready for more exposition.
Oh
How far
no!
away are we from the tower?
The tower is inside the castle walls. Not
So
just inside
can't
the
see
town
from.
perimeter. You can probably see it. It actually looks over the castle walls.
So if I was to like fly over there, how long would it take?
A minute, maybe two. Flies very fast.
Alright, cool. Arcane Eye.
Uh, That's not a, but it can't enter the solid barrier, blocks its movement, but it can pass through an opening. Okay. So this would then take, okay, way less than an hour still. Because that is slower than the flight spell. And I'm not sure if it can dash. I don't think it can dash.
No. It's just like, yeah. Ray's like, Ray, great work with the information. I'll try too.
But yeah, I mean, also, we could just move closer before you cast it. You know.
That's why I figured like if I would know it wouldn't take that long to do it, we good idea to do it like from the inn, so
Okay.
it doesn't just look like
Yeah,
it's
just
just
like
it's just
spell casting. You know, eyes closed or whatever. You know.
yeah.
Yeah. And you are indeed, your arcane eye is indeed floating towards the tower. And I have to look if a specific thing has true sight, which I don't assume.
On abomination, yeah.
Well, yeah, as long as you avoid like the bottom floor, like where the entrance normally is, because that's where it's said to be. The abomination.
Mm,
Which, if there's like a window anywhere, then you know that's all you need.
yeah, or cracking a gate or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, all the windows of the tower are nailed shut from the outside with lead.
Yeah, what now?
There are lead plates nailed to the windows from the outside.
Oh, dear lord! I was like, oh, it's glass. It's glass with lead. Oh, that's neat. But no, it's straight up lead.
Okay. So
He's
as
breathing in lead.
assume they've been put in there meticulously. No cracks.
Yeah, but you can actually go through the keyhole at like the main entrance.
I'll probably still try. I can't see how this can go
Well,
wrong in any way.
well, yeah. Worst case, the abomination spots your magical eye, but there's no link to you. You know, and you couldn't tell anyone about it, presumably.
Uh,
Also, you
Well,
can find out what kind of abomination it is, maybe.
yeah, that too.
um, you find yourself in a room with a stairwell, and there is a massive pile of bones in this room, but nothing else. But, well, a pile of bones and the stairwell.
Can I try to go to die into the pile of bones to see if there's something in there?
Yeah. The pile of bones seems to be stemming from a troll. But there's nothing of interest in the pile of bones, no.
Okay, so for maybe the abomination. If the abomination wasn't just the pile of bones, then maybe it was hiding in it. Okay. And you said it's troll bones?
Troll bones.
Okay. Odd feature. Then I'm gonna go up the stairway, I suppose.
Wait, can the arcane eye detect invisible?
Uh,
No, it just has...
Normal vision and dark vision.
Okay. Yeah, you find a room full of spoiled supplies. With another stairwell leading up even further. The supplies are stored in... the supplies are stored in crates. You could just look through every crate.
I'll scan a couple of them.
Yeah, there's nothing... there's nothing hiding in there except spoiled food and whatever likes to feast on it.
And there's nothing on the ceiling.
There's nothing on the ceiling, no.
Just the
Okay.
ceiling.
Just the ceiling. Then I'm gonna go up again. It's like you.
Yeah, the next room is actually lit. It might have been a study at some point, though the only real evidence of that are the massive amounts of shredded paper lining the floor. The ceiling of this wall, yes, the ceiling of this room is has an intricate is probably not the right word, but a web of chains connecting multiple candelabras spanning the entire room. Other than that, the stairwell still continues up.
Right. Then let's go up again.
Yeah, the stairwell now leads to a door.
Mm-hmm. Can I go? Is any openings? Floor, top, side.
There's a
key.
keyhole.
Mm-hmm.
Does the arcane eye exist? Can it technically touch things?
Well, it's only
No.
invisible. And since the solid things block it, means it should be able to be touched.
It also doesn't. Nothing talks about it like being destroyable.
Yeah, that probably means that that doesn't mean that it's indestructible. No, we can't just imply. We can't just imply that everything that doesn't say it is destructible is indestructible. That's
but
not how
it's-
things work. So I
Yeah,
would
but also-
assume
but-
it's literally just an invisible floating eye. That it's
Yeah,
just
okay,
1
yes.
inch big. So,
Yeah, so
as you attempt to move through the door, your vision is engulfed by flames and your spell ends.
as I tries to get into the door.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't seem. Ah, flames. Like as I pass through the wall, or as I approach the door.
As you pass through.
So it's on the other side. Okay.
Oh, maybe even as you basically as you are right before the hole.
Oh. Oh. Flame.
Flame, dear flame.
Yeah. Flame. Macduff. Okay. So that just gave a little bit more information. I did not see. Yeah, and I did not see the abomination. Troll bones, rotten food,
Now
shredded
now
cheese.
the question is, what my questioner were telling, or was
Yeah,
it
or
not?
yeah. I was trying not to make it too hard, but the fact that then he said, like, "Oh, can he see invisible? I wonder if he's invisible." I think I'm smart enough to think like, oh, like no, I am an outsider because Peril will of course believe that he has the best investigation skills. Would mean that the only reason someone would sneak up on him would be it was invisible. Even though the fact that can I even though the fact I can't see anything, but hey, Peril thinks he's the smartest.
Because he is
All
the
right.
best around.
So we're dealing with an invisible enemy that has eaten trolls. I assume probably some personal guard of the prince, because since the royal guard was a troll, Brambletooth, I think his name was, or
Yeah,
Brambleback,
Brambletooth.
Brambletooth. Then maybe there were other trolls and they have been eaten. Would be my assumption going on there. So and that means it's something that can beat something with regeneration. So maybe and oh wait, fire can beat trolls because it's fire. And I just got it engulfed with flames, so it's invisible and can engulf you in flame.
That fire effect might not have been, does not necessarily have to be the abomination, assuming it's invisible and you didn't see it.
Uh,
Because it might just been like one of the defenses that the mage has set up.
yeah, I mean it could have just been fireball as well.
Yeah, but it seemed to. Yeah, well, it could have been, but that would have mean. But well, yeah, it's like a glyph warding or something. It's some kind of trap that's you activated. Is what it seemed like.
It is also possible to yeah, but yeah, I didn't touch anything. That's what it was yet.
Yeah, unless it's literally always burning in there.
No, it was before it became engulfed before I got to the door. So it was it was like in the stairway. I got destroyed with flame.
Hmm.
So like yeah, it could lead it could have been like some proximity trap because even though it's invisible, it can still touch, which means maybe there's some barrier that activated once something got in there, got close to the. It was probably the door that probably where the mage is the door that keeps the mage. So that was probably extra hidden. Or maybe the abomination can see invisible creatures too. Detect magic would make sense if you wanted to keep a wizard.
Yeah. Hmm. But yeah, are we gonna do anything more in that about the tower now?
I was thinking. Uh, yeah, the deal would be then we would rush it. Yeah, we don't have
Yeah, like
spider.
we're not in a rush, right?
No,
Yeah, I will try to. Yeah, I will try to gather information about just answering about the townspeople. Just whoever I can might know about. Like, does the prince ever like leave the castle to go anywhere?
I'm probably gonna look.
Might
I
have
want to
might
look.
have asked that.
I would like to myself look into maybe later, probably with the party. I'm not splitting the party. We should maybe also look into see like how much money does the mercenaries live by, and like maybe it's like with oh there's certain things stored. Like in the past we stopped and we halted in preparing army by hitting one of the barracks. So maybe they can almost do something equivalent. So if we can try to also get the mercenaries, but also just make it even worse for the mercenaries just to stick around. So I don't know if there's some barracks around, like maybe like you just fuck up the soldiers, not so like fuck up some of the storage of the soldiers, making them even more dependent on the mercenaries, making them cost even more money.
I'm thinking because the army, like the actual army they have, is undead. I don't think they
But
like
like
need the barracks, you know.
I'm
no, it's
very,
like more like also as a
I'm,
storing weapons.
I'm very sorry, but I will be gone for like 2 minutes. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, so like of course it's not like we are stopping them like from sleeping or eating because we can't. So that is a technically a war crime. So maybe just like hit the barracks. Let's let loose some of the animals. I don't know.
Yeah, but also
So
in terms of the ghouls, right? They're just loitering around everywhere. But they're not like super numerous, but they don't seem to have like a place to stay really.
ghoul. Oh, I thought it said goons. I thought didn't.
But ghouls,
Ghouls. And wait,
yeah.
are the ghouls the mercenaries?
Yes, the ghoul mercenary group from under the sea. Don't remember what they were called, but
So they're assume they are similar to the ones you fought on the ship.
yes.
It did sink.
Yeah, but they were the ones who did the naval side of the invasion. It seems,
Mm.
which they lost a lot of major smaller ships, which are things that that's costly for them. But yeah, also I asked around, and it seemed that the people that they sent weren't that's not like majority of their company. They're like a pretty large group, but
That
they
whole,
said everyone, right?
that whole naval fleet, and that was not the majority.
Yeah, that's what I gathered.
It's for mercenary group. They're a whole ass army. Okay, I guess.
Well, I think they did send like a large portion of like their ships specifically, but not like in proportion of the total men they have.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't. Okay, so the ghouls themselves don't seem to have a headquarters, but the army does. Do they have like? Do you know if like they might have barracks again for weapon storage? We try to see if that occurs.
If they do, it might be within the castle walls.
Yeah, but they also make sense. They
Don't
also
we
had.
don't know, but
Yeah, the military headquarters would probably be within the castle walls, but they could still have a barracks in the city
yeah.
as well.
Well, the castle is in the city, right?
Yeah,
But it's yeah, it's just a subsection of it. But yeah, well, yeah, we'll see.
I see. Yeah, like armory.
Um,
Yeah, that's a. But definitely. What was it that you wanted to do again?
Well, yeah, I was asking about if the prince ever leaves the castle and where, if so.
Yeah, let's start with that. Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
sounds like you have multiple things you want to investigate. How about you can each person give me an investigation and tell me what they actually want to find out about.
Mm.
Right.
All
I
right.
can start. Well, yeah, I want to investigate if the prince ever leaves the castle, and if so, where and when, and or just to see, yeah, what kind of things if he ever leaves the castle for investigation.
The prince leaves the castle on occasion. He still, from time to time, or at least in recent times, he has been sometimes traveling to different countries for reasons of diplomacy.
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 Right. Yeah, so he does leave sometimes. He probably doesn't travel alone, obviously, but that could be a time to potentially strike while he's out traveling somewhere.
By the way, did I ever mention when the leader of the ghouls will arrive?
Uh,
I don't think so.
I think that I might have asked, but I don't remember what you said.
Okay. I also don't remember what I said. It should probably.
It was like might have been like a few days or something.
Yeah, something like two.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably just something vague, as it's kind of not really.
Yeah, like travel during.
Yeah.
You don't really have flights, that are too precise.
Yeah, a few days works perfectly.
So we are thinking that. Okay, yeah. And then what I wanted to investigate was, of course, like the finances, the financial situations of the ghouls. Exactly, like how much they generally like, get paid, and whether or not like they are the princes behind payments for them.
Um. The amount of payments is what I wanted to know, or how much is actually missing. Yeah, you can probably find that out from the mercenaries. They say overall they kind of lost a whole ass fleet. They they lost a massive amount of troops. It's probably pretty close. We're talking at least 200,000 gold.
That's what they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, warships are expensive, and manpower not quickly replenished.
It's like, oh, that's terrible. As I am the guy that's chiefly responsible for them getting, because I installed the cannons.
Yeah, and we fought to defend the place.
Yeah, I installed the cannons, and you guys killed them.
But war is war. Everyone loses.
Who would have thought a war would have been bad for business? Hmm. Maybe I also want to ask, like, those ships lost, like, are they generally special, or can they just be, or if they had ships, would that have been fun? Would that be, or can they just like turn any ship into those that can sink and stuff? Because it was moving and biting my ship, so.
We want to tell him that it was moving and biting your ship.
No,
Oh,
no.
that's the part
I
that you
feel
kind
like
of leave out.
that's the part I kind of that's more the actual role play would be like here. your guys' shippers are able to like sink down to the ocean. Do you make specials? It's like a special ship you make, or it's just something some power you yourselves has in the group?
No, they are specially constructed. You see, um, the very interesting process where you reanimate tiny bone fragments, and each fragment then is combined together to form a bigger, stronger creature.
Right. Okay, I thought you were going to say more.
No.
Well, right. What is what sort of what sort of pay do you guys get for like for being willing to like work for and I will my words this kind of royal considering the circumstances must be paid really must be getting paid really well.
Um. Yeah. Usually. For like a quick sack and plunder operation like that one was, um, we get paid like per person 5 gold and then split all the spoils.
Hmm. Well, you said that was for the mission. That was for the mission itself. But
Yeah.
your base is currently still stationed here at the capital. So you're technically not employed right now. You only get paid once you do missions. You're not paid to defend and stuff.
We are waiting for the Emperor to come here.
And sort
Emperor?
things out.
Emperor?
Emperor.
Isn't this a kingdom?
Well, hmm?
Hmm.
Well, their emperor.
They have
Our
an emperor.
Emperor.
Who is your emperor?
Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I was going to make a vampire count joke, but okay, never mind. Oh, no, a vampire coast joke. That's what I was going to make.
I don't mean to be rude, but don't you need to kind of have like an empire to be an emperor? This feels like barely a kingdom.
Yeah. Also,
No, it's an emperor from under the sea. We don't know. These rules are literally from under the seas.
under the sea, and
Yeah, and
but
who knows if there's an empire there?
but aren't they a mercenary group? How does a mercenary group? I mean, suppose a mercenary group can have an emperor. They're just part of it. So they're a mercenary group, part of a country, but they're also ruled by an emperor. So aren't they just an army?
Wait, is it
They're
emperor like?
they're an army that has been hired out.
Oh, so it's not emperor as in like a nickname, like I don't
God
know,
Emperor King.
like something like that. You're like a guy who's really good at has a silver tongue, could be called the emperor, like because they're just masterful at persuading people or some shit.
Yeah. So the isn't the basically if a country's military is paid to help out another country, doesn't that still make them soldiers instead of mercenaries?
I guess so. Maybe.
So if the real big shot is gonna be coming here,
Yes, in all his glory.
Yeah. Where from? I heard the Yuan there's trouble with the Yuan T city, so
Well, we'll just set ashore somewhere on the coast.
yeah. Are you gonna be sending out a group to meet him, or is he just gonna? I assume he has his own group of reinforcements, which he is like royal guard and stuff. Emperor.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ah. Hmm. Well, I think this is another thing I want to ask. Hmm. Nope. Oh, also I heard. Actually, no. I heard the wizard was blocked by an abomination. Is it one of your? Is it one of your guys? Not to be rude.
No.
Ah. Do you know anything about it? It's just a bit odd.
We have been told not to enter the tower lest we be devoured.
Ah. Well, thanks for your time.
He holds out his hand expectingly.
Ah, damn it! I figured. Yeah. I give him 5 silver.
He goes into the nearest bar saying, "Beer's on me."
I was thinking, should I give him gold? No.
well,
I'm
well,
poor.
well, yeah. The one I gave, I also gave 5 silver, and he went to the bar and said the same thing. Yeah, and I did
But
ask them, and they can't get drunk, but they like the taste of alcohol, beer, so that's why they drink.
ah,
That's the kind of thing that Rye asks people, or ghouls, when they encounter them.
can you get drunk? No. Would you like to?
It's Treasures of the Drunken City, after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Something tells me we should not wait for the Emperor to come here. Because actually, maybe that depends on like if him and the prince reach a good deal, then maybe he'll stick around for a bit, and then we'll have to maybe fight him. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, that's if they reach an agreement. Indeed.
Yeah. Though if they doesn't, they might take some of them. So it's more like what? How do we put it to use it to our advantage?
But yeah, something worth mentioning as well that I touched on earlier is that we did decide to relocate to the Haunted City, but which would technically allow them more trade up through the desert. But yeah, we have like the only harbor nearby.
Yeah, it's
Like
not really like there's that many people to trade.
yeah,
Like there's a tourist place.
yeah, which they have like food and things there, which they can trade now. But yeah, like we have like the only harbor city, we control it. And also worth mentioning, like in the capital, like the people living there aren't undead. They're regular people, right?
Mm.
We found out. Food has gotten more expensive, and they grow their own food and stuff, right? But there are limits. Although people, seeing the situation, probably like flee the kingdoms more and more. I'd imagine. So maybe it'll like balance out in that way. I don't know. Yeah, what I'm saying is we might be putting like, if if we maintain the status quo, we are hurting them economically, probably. Because not being able to trade by sea is a pretty big deal. With when you don't, well, you have some neighbors, right, but not like significant trade partners.
Right.
And we might even be able to play that, but yeah, we don't have that many forces to spread out. But yeah, just wanted to mention that. But yeah, I think the immediate concern is like the rule mercenary group. If we can make use of that somehow, either through like maybe we can somehow like sabotage the negotiation. I don't know how we would do that, but
Yeah, good idea. Yeah. Yeah. Sabotage negotiation.
either that or we, hire the mercenaries. Just outbid the prince
We
or
do not even
something.
have close to the amount of money.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
At best we have is would be trade. So like we could make we could make them pay us, but I don't even know to because what we do actually have like a lot of weapons that we don't need. We could almost try to do business and then even more money, but no. So this is yeah. So I think a better bet is to fuck up their negotiations. So just make the mercenaries not care about the outcome of the war. Meaning like they might leave it out of it. Idea could be that on the state of the war we can just have them surrender and leave. But it might probably be a bad idea.
Yeah. Also, but yeah.
Because idea would be, of course, we could try to get on their favor and get them to back out of the war. Though maybe they are allied because they're technically an undead nation, and the prince is using a lot of necromancy. Wait a minute, has all those undead knights and undead horses been part of the ghouls?
Not to
Like
my knowledge.
like Ian has the what we like the armor we've seen the ghouls wear been the same armor we saw the undead knights and stuff wear during the siege.
No, not at all.
So we did not. So only the part of the group that was fighting the ships met the ghouls, and they were not on the front side.
Well, there were some rules like sprung in, right? In like on like the land side of the assault. Were there rules attacking our wall?
There were no all the ghouls came from the water side.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, basically that I think, but actually that makes the rules because the rules, they took heavy losses, right? But I don't think the kingdom has like a navy of any sort
Guess not.
because
No.
yeah,
Then they
because
would have more harbors. Yeah, I suppose.
yeah, and the harbor, the haunted city, they weren't technically part of the kingdom; they were just allies.
Mm. But they were actually invaders. They just settled there. They invaded the port. The Yonti invaded the port city, and then decided to stick around, and then reached a deal with the prince to stick around instead of like fully trying to invade the country.
Yeah.
So they had a tentative agreement, and
But yeah, so the rules are actually, if in the like from like a defending the or the city we have perspective, the rules are pretty important
mm,
for the, the opposition. But yeah, I don't know how we
mm.
can. But yeah, like the situation is like pretty unfavorable for the prince, in terms of actually reaching agreement, from what I've gathered. Because currently the rules want compensation for the losses, because yeah, they what happened was not what they were told.
Yeah,
Resistance.
they were not ready for a cannon barrage
Yeah,
and
and everything else we
actual
did.
actual trained mercenaries. So that's fair. So yeah, we did deciding because most of the Yonti army went to fight the front wall. They would have been fucked without the shit
Yes.
if it weren't for you guys.
Yeah,
So yeah.
and but yeah, and the prince, like the agreement they had was only for like the raid of the city. From what I gathered, the deal wasn't, any long term employment.
Mm.
Do you correct me if I'm wrong, Jan? Or if
No,
we
you
have
were
you
not
been?
wrong, Jan.
Yeah, okay. Yes,
On.
Jan. Okay. uh, But yeah,
Okay.
basically, yeah. In the negotiation, they would require first they would need to reach some conclusion agreement on the whole compensation issue. Either the prince does compensate them, and then they move on to what comes next. Which, if the prince does want to, take the city and end our whole thing, having a naval presence is pretty important. But I guess he might rule that it might not be worth it, and that they can still just pull those through. Because the army they came with, I don't think that was their whole army, right? Probably, and bodies can be reused with necromancy. Yeah, it's I really don't.
I mean, an idea would be like the worst case scenario is that they reach some sort of agreement. So like, oh, I might not be able to pay you probably now, but if you, I'm facing rebellion. I'm probably gonna be facing rebellion soon. So if you take him, you can keep all the money for it. Like that would be a bad outcome. But there's
Yeah,
also alternative else like if he doesn't pay him and he just decides to leave, we can maybe convince him to like he can use a bunch of no, like then we could like convince him to then just sack the kingdom. But that might also be an issue since we're technically we're not trying to destroy the kingdom. We're technically trying to coup d'etat it with the
yeah,
war.
like yeah. Our
So we
allies want the kingdom to be left afterward.
yeah. The issue is of course the power hungry maniacal mad prince.
But
So
yeah,
yeah, a better option is just have them ghouls get out of here because there's less fighting. Because if they attack the castle, you'll then have to fight them to stop them from destroying the castle. And if they join the prince, then we just fuck that way too.
but
So
yeah, like but maybe like we probably don't really need to get like a big army, but maybe we can like hire like some like elites from them that can help out, because we want to do like swift catch them off guard type of fighting, which having more elite fighters serves that purpose potentially.
do you find any elites when you were battling one of the ships?
Well, they have like well, yeah, they had like some mages. They had they had like a giant as well, and an elephant that was giant.
That ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably have access to a bit more, but like that's the kind of thing. And maybe they have like, yeah, something else, someone else available that they held back or whatever because they didn't suit the mission or something. I don't know.
I do like the idea of hiring some of the elites. Probably like if the grunts get paid 5 gold, then we can definitely pay them like a couple hundred gold maybe.
Yeah, but even like just if they have like the 20 like good elites, like that's we only have like a few hundred, right? That's
Mm.
and most of our men are not elites, right? But yeah, that's it's an idea. It's an idea that it does still lie on, yeah.
Yeah.
Another idea was that, well, we can like hire them. We can't pay much up front, but we can promise them a large part of like the treasury should we be successful. Like that's something we could offer as well, like the treasury of the prince kingdom.
Yeah, that was also an idea I had, but I think like that would be a bad option because like they know they just fall back onto the kingdom after we leave it. So not might just so that might just end up worse and even more successful just getting attacked. Oh,
Yeah, but
we will
yeah,
probably
exactly.
be gone
Yes, yeah,
anyway,
and
but
especially considering like the main objective is defeat the prince, get the halberd away. And if we can
mm,
accomplish that, then that's like most of the war. Like that's the difficult part
yeah, but it's also like
because he's the one controlling all the undead with it.
our thing. So yeah, so that seems to be like our goal in and of itself is just get the help and then get out and go on with our own mission.
Yeah, like once that's done, if there is any resistance left, it'll be much easier to handle after that.
Yeah, so it's good to like have like some strike force of elites just to fully go in, have maybe a couple of fighters to hold off the rest, so we can like get into a close fight with the prince. But
Actually,
like we
okay,
still like
wait. I just had an idea.
hmm?
Wait, Jan, who are the neighbors to the kingdom?
Got the desert. What else?
Um. Well, the desert is to the north.
Yeah,
Um.
we came from there initially.
Map.
Sure.
Their map. There's technically the dwarves who were kinda, you could say, underneath or within neighboring them.
With just anyone like nearby, right? Because my idea is we could go to one of them, convince them to invite the prince for a diplomatic discussion, perhaps. Something reasonable, like maybe if we could convince them, they can lie about it, right? Like, let's have a discuss an alliance or something, and then that way we can bait the prince somewhere, and then we can strike.
Um, to the, where do I have my larger map? This is too small. To the west, one of the places it borders, uh, would be the place where the giants are, where you don't really have an official name of, I think.
Oh, we just made a bunch of countries. They have their own issue with the night giants.
Yeah.
Um, I'm honestly just stalling while looking for the big map to see if I have anything I need to. I don't think there's
Disclose.
anything I need to disclose, but no, that's treasure map. That's treasure map uncolored. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's. I don't know, I need to know how far this is actually away from there. It's probably way too far away from there to actually matter. Yeah, let's just pretend that it's too far away and and hope that I don't accidentally make a continuity error. Um, the The western border is also split with is it there? No, it can't be there. It's basically split with just a thick patch of forest that is mostly. It's not really uninhabited, but it isn't really claimed as it is considered very dangerous. While at the east, there are the further expanses of the Dwarvish Kingdom, as well as a region ruled by do I need to tell you what it's ruled by? Probably yes. They can't be there. This is me hard struggling to make something up because I hadn't thought that you would leave to that side. Or to any side, really.
Uh,
Let's just say that it's currently ruled by. I guess it's a very far border. So there's a smaller territory claimed by a bunch of orcs, while there's also a bigger one who. A bigger territory that is ruled by a Fey lady whose name I recently forgot, although not the Queen of Shadows. The doesn't really matter. Let's just say by a Fey lady, and
My Fey lady.
who is mostly how to say connected to the Court of Summer Fury. Or Court of Summer's Dusk, that's it.
Okay, wait. Any of those? I'm not saying whether they would actually want to, but one that's would be. The prince might believe that them if they actually want to seek an audience or invite them over for something. Like, does the kingdom have? Do they have? What kind of relations does they have with which of them?
That's
We can investigate that, I suppose.
yeah, give me an investigation.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, because
Can I help?
I guess you can both investigate together, yes. So you can help.
Oh,
well,
didn't.
marginally better.
13,
Um,
13.
There is trade going on with the kingdoms to the east. there's no trade going on towards the west.
Yes, yeah, but because there is, they have active trade, they might not be willing to, help us with our plan potentially. But yeah, but still, it's not because if we can make that happen, we go over there, we convince them to help us. We don't need them. We don't invite them over to help us. Well, actually, if it goes wrong, then they have a lot to lose. So basically, we would have to convince them that yeah, you want to help us, deal with the prince. Invite him over. We'll fight him, and you can help us fight if you want. Or actually, no. Wait. Technically, you could do it a different way. You just invite them over, and we'll like attack them while they're on the way, and that way, there's some separation there. But it might just allow them to potentially escape. But if we can do that, that's a viable way to separate, catch him while he's away from the castle. There will still be lots of. Won't go alone. He'll have guards and stuff, but quite a number, I reckon. But to be fair, he probably will have like an actual full scale like army with him. But it's an idea that I like personally. If we can make it work.
Just trying to think.
But yeah, we don't have to decide on that right now.
Can you say the idea again? Just so I can fully think.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, we go to one of the neighboring countries, one that makes sense. We convince them to invite the prince for some diplomatic meeting. For some, what it's about doesn't matter. What does matter is that the prince is willing to come to that meeting, and while he's traveling, we then fucking attack him.
Oh, assassinate. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, that would be. Yeah. I just think it might
He'll
take
have a
too
lot of
long.
guys. Mm,
No, I
y-
like the idea of isolating the prince so we don't just rush the castle, because
yeah.
that might just be a fool's errand. But the idea that we using different country might take too long. We are a little limited in time. Like
Yeah,
I don't
what
know how long
is
it'll take, because then might have to do missions to even get close enough for that. But the idea is good, so we could technically, I don't know if it's possible. Also, like, I do not know how we would even convince the prince, because we're not even seeing him. And if we did, we would
yeah,
already
but,
be
well,
attacked.
no, we're not convincing the prince. We're convincing one of the neighboring countries to invite him.
Another idea
Something.
would be to convince the emperor that the prince has to get to him rather than him getting to the prince.
I think that's already a done deal. I think, and also the emperor under the sea, where they're from, under the
Mm.
seas, literally bottom of the ocean,
Yeah,
or maybe not
so
maybe not the bottom, but
I mean, the
But I
emperor
guess
is
the prince could get there probably.
no,
But
no,
then,
doesn't have to be there. It could just be we just need him outside the castle. So the idea would be, instead of the emperor getting up from the sea and then going towards the capital, he would get up and set up camp at the coast, and then have the prince come over and negotiate with him.
but yeah, because I think I asked that last time. I think what they said was, yeah, well, the emperor's probably gonna visit him at the castle because that made sense. But yeah, maybe we could do something potentially.
Yeah.
Well, we don't really know what the emperor's like because one idea is that yeah,
I mean,
we
yeah, he
convince
is
them.
willing to lend
We
his
tell them.
army to a mad king. He's willing to lend his army to a literal mad king.
Well, they're dual mercenaries. I don't think. Well,
That's
from
technically an
the
army.
ghouls,
Yeah,
Well,
technically an army.
yeah, but they're hired out as if they're mercenaries. Uh, but yeah, also according to the rules, they just seem like just like normal people, just ghouls.
Yeah, just dead normal people.
Yeah, which I'm not sure what kind of. And we can ask them. I see they have one of the ghouls.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard your emperor is coming to talk to the prince, but I was just curious. What kind of guy is your emperor? You know, is he just the leader high up? You don't really hear much about.
Um, what a great question. Um, he he obviously is our supreme leader, and in contrast to that guy sitting on this throne, he likes to handle his business himself, including leading his army, Charlotte come to war.
Charlotte
It
leading his army. What is it? Do you say army Charlotte?
shall it come to war? Shall it come to war? Two words.
Yeah, but should it come to war?
Okay.
Wait, am I insane? Is that not how you say it?
No, you did say it correctly.
Shall it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall it come to war?
Okay.
It shall rally his army. Or maybe
Apparently, I just created
apparently.
apparently I just created a Google Translate jump scare in the stream. But anyway. Because I could hear that from my phone set to the lowest volume through my headphones. Wow.
Well, okay.
He has been leading us through many successful wars, but obviously an empire needs funding.
Mhm.
Yeah, and a constant war isn't sustainable.
To be fair,
Usually.
it's pretty good for sustaining our population.
Well, I guess yeah, rules don't follow quite the same rules. It's
Yes, like it's good for life, I suppose, or on life.
it's also good for food, I guess. Uh, but yeah, he's a great successful leader, but not much on his don't know much on his character, as you might say.
On his character. What are we talking about? Like
I'm not saying it out.
okay.
I'm not saying it outright, but what I'm trying to gauge if he is like the vengeful and or wrathful sort, or if he like leans in that direction. Because what I'm thinking is a potential idea is well, yeah, basically we ha- we convince them. Okay, yeah, get the prince to come out somewhere, and we'll be here to fuck him up if you don't reach an agreeable conclusion to the negotiation. So that that you know that way that would be something we could potentially convince him with.
Oh yeah, like are we still talking to the are we still talking to one of the
Ghouls?
ghouls? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure if this was directly asked. So yeah, I assume you're asking like, has there been an event before where someone could not properly pay, or you would have to do extra payment but refused? And so what happened?
But yeah, like, what do you do? When an
Like
employer
is there a
won't
precedent
pay you?
for? Is there
Yeah.
like did it happen before?
Well, we extracted the payment by other means.
Ah.
Mm.
But yeah, so yeah, with the coming negotiations, well, you expect if the prince doesn't pay the compensation at least for this whole situation, then he can expect consequences. I hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dire consequences.
Yeah, so we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to sack the city because, more like actually technically we don't care, but it's gonna be morally bad for us, and we shouldn't really like the crawling lands was completely out of our hand. Like fucking the lady of the fanged hand. Forgot her name. I've written it down. Just don't have it on me right now. What was her name again?
Ashant.
That I shan't. Yeah, her. She can curse us all she wants, but like we got gated, so not like we could do anything there. We were set to fight the West. We did a bunch. This and it's just the South doesn't issue. So that was never our fault anyway. But actually, letting a country go to shit it might put a strain on our reputation if we're gonna go to other countries, which we probably are, like the like the Queen
Now,
of the Shadow Realm.
just two things. Well, I would argue expecting us to resolve this whole undead prince situation without collateral damage. I think that's unreasonable to expect us to accomplish that given the situation.
Oh.
But and plus, if just because they don't reach an agreement in the negotiations doesn't mean that. Well, actually, we don't know if they're just gonna fucking go attack immediately. But it usually will mean they'll separate and then they will prepare the assault afterwards. In which case, we could then negotiate with them, with the rules after that, and say, listen, we don't want you to destroy this place, but we can help you get your payment. Just yeah, basically yeah, just they help us deal with the prince and just wrest control with minimal damage, and then we promise them the compensation they asked for that they were owed from the prince, and maybe a little bit on top. Because surely the treasury can take that. But at that point, they're already planning on attacking them, right? And we're only offering to help them, with the condition that they be a bit more, a bit careful with it, with how they do it. I'm certain it'll work, but maybe.
Yeah, because maybe them just emptying the treasury will be fine enough for us there. So like just negotiating to like instead of attacking immediately, maybe like just aid us in the fight. Part of the payment would then just be yeah, they will get their share from the treasury, and instead of them just like bulldozing the country or the city, they just like fight alongside us, and so like then it less fighting for them, so it's going to be easier for them to get that payment. They will lose less money in the fight. So that's probably an argument we could make. Though it's going to be difficult to make that argument because if we try to convince them now, we are literally telling them that we are the enemy.
Yeah, it's like it'll have it's if the negotiations go sour, right?
Mm. So yeah, if the negotiation goes sour, we will try to convince them that at least we should try to convince them to join our side, and then in the aftermath, the they can sort out the payment with the princesses, with the princesses.
Yeah.
So they can figure that out amongst themselves.
Yeah,
We're
and
just here. We're just here to stop the Mad King.
yeah, and I reckon the princesses like I think they'll accept like pretty much any price to get their kingdom back from
Yeah.
on death.
I mean, yeah. Again, like it's probably gonna be a whole political economy situations, but that's
But
not what
that's
we are
that's
here
not our
for.
business. That's not our
So,
business.
we are literal mercenaries. We have been we are almost paid in the same way. We're paid by the spoils.
Yeah,
So
well,
and
the
we
halberd.
we have our own goal. Our goal is to help, but just help it and like are we trying to do that without completely wrecking the reputation? So that is the
Actually,
plan.
wait.
If
Wait, I just remembered. Did when we like agreed to help like the Paladin Order, the our current allies, what did we actually agree that we would get the halberd? I feel like that's not something they would have agreed to.
I think I think so. I remember. I believe I
I
was
could be
up.
I could be I could be wrong.
Remember us being upfront about it. Like maybe like the guy, like the people from the Shadow Queen might have some objections, but that was a future issue regardless.
Yeah, like the Shadow Queen. Well, it's yes. Even if they don't get the halberd, it's better that the prince doesn't have it. So that's why they're willing to help now without much, like without a promise. Of
Yeah.
course, the intention is it is a full intention of after we've acquired the halberd, then make an offer to then acquire it afterward. But
Mm.
it's an investment to make sure that a deal, to help us actually get the halberd in the first place, so that they then can negotiate with it, right?
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, our allies. I believe we were safe to take. We were safe to take what the spoils, and the halberd was the spoils, and think like we were came here for the halberd, and I don't know how much actually the princess knows about the halberd. Like they just know that after they picked up the halberd, he turned crazy. So I don't think they want that halberd in their kingdom anymore.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that is probably fine. So we'll have to take the halberd, and yeah, we are generally paid by the spoils. So yeah, I didn't. So okay, so scenario one is location is break down, and we try to get them to our side for the battle, and then the aftermath would the princesses do regardless. Another thing that can happen is what if negotiations don't break down? And the
yeah.
prince just like because he's mad will just give all the money give all the money to the mercenaries and then not and just fuck over citizens for military might because I'm actually have we actually talked to the civilians about like how they feel about the situation about having a about with a mad king like because
Actually,
I
but
thought I
actually, I didn't really talk to him about that. I think.
because when I think about it I thought the capital would have been an undead hellhole with everything on fire and stuff like fire and death, because that seems to be his whole stick. You do fire and death, literal those literal elements as elements. Like not just like a battlefield that's like fire and death. Like no, he's wielding fire and death. So I'm a bit surprised that they actually have a functioning city state. Like the previous use of the helmet that had him as going is trying to burn the world and had a phoenix. So maybe let's talk to some of the citizens because yeah, in the off chance that negotiations break down, like does fall through, and he gets to keep the mercenaries, then we have a different issue on hand. Then we're just gonna. That depends on the morals of the emperor, whether like he's willing to switch side or like he sticks true to the contrast. Like how lawful are we talking this guy being? This big shot. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't
we
know.
we should probably go and talk to just talk to the villagers uh about the whole situation because it must be a mess. I can understand why they're living there because they probably can't leave, but how actually is it like living in a country? How much different are things now that the Mad King took over, the Mad Prince? This is very
Uh,
much in character, and we're gonna be
yeah.
talking with people.
Yes. The vibe that you're getting is people are definitely uneasy as they do as they do not know the exact plans of the prince, and the only real reason why the kingdom is still relatively stable is because the prince has left the former king or still king basically left him to handle most government matters. So and he seems to still have a semblance of, or he always was good at managing whatever economy and the like. Um, the undead army is in equal measures terrifying as it is a relief. As on one hand, it means that the peasantry likely won't be conscripted into war, at least while they are alive. On the other hand, it's an undead army.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's kinda it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right. But okay, we've done a lot of speculating. Let's uh, decide. Okay, are we gonna do anything to interrupt or somehow do something regarding the negotiation that's about to take place in a few days?
Um,
I think to the best ability, maybe we will try to spy.
Yeah, but we're not gonna take like actions to try and alter. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we could really do
Mm.
that the two like potentially alter it in our favor somehow. It's just wait and see what ends up happening, I guess.
Yeah, then we can like we have a bit we have a good scenario and a bad scenario.
And you never know, they might compromise somehow. Uh, Time will tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yes, I say we wait for that, and then afterwards yeah, because based on what happens, we can then decide on what we do.
Mm. Think so too.
You're waiting out for the negotiations.
Yeah, he said it will be a couple days. But in the meantime, we probably get a. I'll probably do business, see if I can worm my way into the castle. You know, there gotta be some there gotta be some rich folk in the castle.
Worm your way into the castle. Okay.
I mean, I am technically in this country. I am the boss of a mercenary group. I haven't been doing it much in terms of business with them. So maybe like it won't blow my cover, and I'll just try to. So instead of buying a bunch of magical stuff like I did in your two place, I'll just be trying to sell stuff, wines, do social stuff. I don't know. Maybe fuck. Who knows?
Yes. So when you say you're trying to worm yourself into the castle, does that actually just start by going to the going towards the castle gates and just asking the guards if they can let you in?
I mean, yeah, I could try that before I start doing socialite stuff. Do they let me into the castle?
Well, as you approach the castle,
That's it. Pick
uh,
one from the.
you hear a voice booming above the castle. Be afraid, for I am back with this amazing stealth attack. As you see a pie flying towards you, give me a dex save.
No.
The fucking jester.
I am currently still disguised.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Fuck. Now I unveiled my now I revealed my stealth attack. This is
Again.
no.
This is second time. This is second time this guy. He's not good at stuff. I mean,
Yeah, and he was, by the way, was the guy for which I was looking up True Sight, and then still fucked it up.
assume.
There's no pie flying towards you.
Oh, I was about to say like, oh, he saw me walk with the group of people
I mean
that he
that
fought, so he could think I was with them. I don't know.
that would probably also work. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And good, and good
It's
thing this guy.
still an amazing stealth attack. Okay.
What's DC?
15.
Bitch. I was just like, hey, what's the big idea? Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's a pie flying into your face.
again?
No, that was
Oh.
a pie has flown into your face.
I have been splattered, and I go, excuse me. Did I what?
Oh no. That is a very high roll on the filling.
On the filling?
On the filling.
I thought that was damage for a second there. I was scared. Just got chunk out of me. Like,
Because that pie is. Oh no.
what is an 11? What is 11?
Out of the pie bursts a creature drastically larger than the pie itself, or even you. That seems to be impossible to fit in there. It kind of resembles a slug in a way, emanating cold. And first of all, it's standing right next to you. Second of you, you're taking a tendril attack from its face. Also, I should probably at least drag it onto the map. Where do I have peril so I can put it next to him?
I'm by my boat. Or the token for it.
So now I can also actually roll the tendril attack. Haha.
Jesus. What the fuck?
Hmm.
Ow. Flashing?
Slashing. As the barbed or I guess bladed ends of the tendrils cut you open.
Like, what? So it's like I just hear around, just like, haha, I'm back. I'm just like, who the fuck are you? Like, I just get hit, I see the fire. Who the fuck are you? And then just fucking slammed by a frozen snail. What the fuck?
Oh,
Excuse me.
I guess if I said snail, I want to apologize. It's probably more like a slug than a
Slug.
snail.
You said slug, yeah. Still.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I just see giant slug. Like, is it trying to eat me? Or what's going on here?
It may be trying to eat you.
Oh no no no! No, just in the way. I still like I looked to him like, why? Sir, what the fuck? I say it to the pile of fucking bones in front of me. Or maybe not in front of me. I'm probably not approaching him. It's like,
The
excuse
pile
me.
of bones that's on the castle walls.
Wait, how high? How high is the castle walls again?
Probably less than fireball height. Nope.
Or that is an odd unit of measurement you're using. So how far? Hey, it's within fireball. Oh, you don't say.
No,
Um,
what are you actually thinking about when asking that?
so know which direction to. I was just thinking of like how fast was that pie? Because just went. If it's from like over 100 feet in the air. Okay, I
You
then look
see,
up and say,
you
"Excuse me,
basically
what the
see
fuck?"
a catapult contraption that has like sprang forward to fire the pie at you.
Just like, what the fuck? So again, when I say like, "Excuse me, sir, what the fuck?" I then look up. Who are you?
Wait, how fast is the snail actually?
Oh, it is this. Oh shit! Is it approaching me? I'm just like, guards, help!
I'm not even sure how interested it really is in devouring you. The guards will not approach that snail.
Jesus fucking Christ!
um,
What
Tried
sort
to
of
fool me, shame on you. Now you'll be turned into snail stew.
I think snail food would have worked, but I say in character, I think snail food technically would also have been funny. And what the fuck? And who are you? And why do you care tossing a snail at me? I'm keeping myself dirty so I don't show that I'm a wizard. Although I really want to use prestidigitation, because I am covered in goo.
You know me well, and I know your schemes. I'll break your spell and break your dreams.
I don't think he's in this dispel magic range. I hope not. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, he just. Oh fuck, he passed the goddamn. Wait,
Well,
nope, nope. Jan, this guy self has investigation DC.
an investigation, you see?
It's a see through the illusion.
Well, the snail approaches you and then casts dispel magic.
What? The snail had a spell magic. What? Ah, shit. Aha! Counterspell does not have verbal components, so I just go, in my frantic state of the snail approaching me, I cast Counterspell.
In my
Ah.
frantic state of being counterspelled by a snail.
And now she's like, what the fuck, this snail? Ah, I'm being chased by a snail, then I just try and book it. Ooh, what the fuck? That's a snail. It's a snail. Everybody run.
How else could I? Could I?
Okay, so the jester might not know if I am actually me, but it doesn't matter if he truly knows. He just has to think he knows,
Oh
and
shit!
that is
I
enough
fucked
to
up.
force.
I think
Again?
I didn't actually cast the spell magic because the target of Joker's shuffle has to be a humanoid creature.
He shuffled with the snail.
Yeah, okay, that didn't actually work. I'm sorry.
You can just keep doing that, just like what? Also, how
You know
big is
what?
how big is the Joker shuffle range anyway?
Probably smaller. Yeah. I kind of already fucked with the range anyway to make it effective while sieging, so.
Yeah,
Um.
I'm not letting him swap with me. Oh, I see.
Uh.
Am I being chased by a clown?
Uh.
I was about to develop a goddamn phobia.
Try again, and you may die. My aim's as deadly as my pie.
Again, sir, who are you? As I am like walking, getting away from the snail. I have. Why? Why are you doing this? I am.
I think after like a minute, the slug just disappears into the elemental plane of ice.
There's a plane of ice.
It
I
should be,
second that.
it should be between water and air.
Oh yeah, so that's all. Okay, yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, it all makes perfect sense. The math checks out.
yeah.
Well, depending on
Oh,
which model of
ice, not eyes.
also
Like
a cool elemental
eyeballs.
plane, but I forgot which setting it was, but I know there's like one setting where there's an elemental plane for each damage type, so that's literally an elemental plane of bludgeoning. And I do not want to go there.
I would like to not go to the mental plane of bludgeoning.
I straight up thought we were getting into like eldritch territory.
Doesn't sound like it.
That sounds like a great plane to be.
Everybody knows you're playing.
Do you try to approach the castle again, or do you just leave?
I mean, that was just a coincidence, and I can't just change the skies. But then again, no, maybe he did see through me. He's just gonna. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna try. Maybe I'm gonna try to see if there's some high class places just in the capital city, but not in the castle. And so it's like I'll continue with my original goal, just not approaching the castle.
You dare approach me?
No, I am not approaching you.
Okay. Well, it looks like now that you're not approaching the castle anymore, we're kind of moving into downtime territory. We're also approaching 2 hours, as in we have reached 2 hours in 50. We will reach 2 hours within 15 seconds. So this would be an appropriate time to end the session.
Not anything else we can do? Someone else? What someone else wants to do?
I mean, yeah, if anyone else wants to do something that isn't downtimey, that is like more active short-term things, we can do them now. Otherwise, we'll just say downtime. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
downtown sounds good.
Also, I should screenshot my pie chart.
Actually, do we have as far as I remember, like it's been a week now.
No, no, we've
No, more
been
like
here.
like from the
The
previous
plan,
session.
well, the plan when we first went to the capital was that we would reconvene with the rest of our allies at the Haunted City in a week.
Okay, so it's not been a week after.
Yeah,
had,
we've
like, your
been here.
downtime.
We've been here like a day, and then in a few days will be the negotiation, right? And then we'll see.
Okay,
But,
so
but yeah, but,
I thought it was
we're
a week.
planning. But we're planning to stay here for almost a week.
No one laughed at my
Okay.
pie chart joke.
I didn't even hear it.
I laughed.
That's the table you roll on for the pie filling.
Oh.
Ah,
Also, apparently, I can't copy paste the picture into the description.
What?
Yeah, it will just not appear. Okay. Interesting. I guess I have to download the picture first, maybe, and can't just copy paste it in there. Let's also call it pie chart. No, this shouldn't be the picture. Should it be just the image of the... Why not? Where do I have my pie chart?
Any pies in chat?
Where's
Any
P
pies
for
in
pie?
chat? Oh, where's any any pies in chat? God damn.
P. Where is my pie? Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. This is not the pie folder. But now you'll have to guess. Does he have a pie folder?
Yes.
What happened to my camera? All cam. Oh yeah, I did it stupid. Okay, now the pie chart works. Yeah. Did me killing time with the pie chart actually reveal anything that you want to do right now, or can we move on to downtime?
Getting downtime is too. No, I was going to ask like if. Oh no, Mike. Yeah, the reason why I was asking before if we had been here a week, it was because then I wanted to see if there was news on Evelyn's items.
Oh yeah, Evelyn's items. There will be news at the end of the downtime. Whether those news mean that they are complete or that you will just get another glimpse of Evelyn's life, we'll see. Oh, I want to put this item somewhere. Anyway. Oh, that would also have been very funny as pie filling. Oh, that's also great pie filling. Should I just fill a pie with a card from the deck of many things?
What? Excuse. Would I repeat that?
No, nothing. But that just sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Definitely. That definitely doesn't sound evil.
Nope, not at all. Only wholesome good times.
Yeah. So, I think that would then be the end of our session. In
Yep.
theory as well as practice. And almost the entire time Nick has been covered by or at least half covered by a pickle.
Pickle Nick.
No, no, no.
But funny is Pickle Nick.
Oh god.
The issue is to transform into a pickle. The
A new
Zen
meme has been
absorber would
born.
be to be able to disguise itself as a pickle. A Zen absorber would need to be at least level 13.
A meme has been born. Pickle Nick.
Oh no! I shouldn't have done that, should I?
Pickle Nick. Pickle Nick. Is Nick even here right now?
It's Nick even awake.
Yeah. As I
Pickle
said
Nick.
earlier, I didn't start the tally because I thought this one's got to be the last.
Oh yeah,
sneeze, but
this
like
the sneezing.
no, yeah. I've used this nasal spray like 3 times since we started the session, and I've taken like 2, well, not 2, 1 Allertech
Hmm.
and a nasal decongestant. None of it's working.
But how do you feel about Pickle Nick?
No comment.
Wise move. Plead the fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say have a good night, but that's not actually any line ever. You can say your goodbyes, that's it.
Yes.
And don't fall asleep
Bye-bye.
immediately.
Have a good night and goodbye.
Yep. Good night.
Guys. Okay. End it.
Until the
tape.
next one, have a good one, anyone, yes, everyone,
Anyone?
and sleep tight.